All right, ladies and gentlemen, now that we're back from lunch, from gym, we're going to go over directions again, okay? So, this morning, we came up with a whole big list of things insects can, insects are, and insects have, and that's what we're focusing on right now, is what do insects have? Now, we had a great big tall list before. I kind of narrowed it down to stuff that we can actually show with our Play-Doh project. So, in a minute, when we all go back to our seats, to our groups, and you get your materials, okay, you're going to create a new insect that has never existed before, okay, brand new insect, you can get to name it later,
I know what I'm going to
okay,
name.
and here is what it has to have, because this is what all insects have, okay. Your insect is going to need to have 3 body parts. It's got to have head, thorax, abdomen, just like you told me earlier. It also has to have 2 antennae.
Why can't we only put 4 if we want?
Because that changes it. That's not an insect. Insects only have 2. We want them to be, even though they're made out of Play-Doh, be realistic and have the real characteristics of what insects would have. 1 second. It also needs to have 6 legs that come out of the thorax. That's what you guys told me earlier, is that thorax is the middle part, that's where the legs come out. If you want to, you can try and make wings and an exoskeleton for your insect. But these are the main parts that it has to have, right? I will leave these up here while you're working. Now, all the groups have the same materials. You've got Play-Doh, straws, pipe cleaners, eyes. That was one thing we didn't talk about, that insects have eyes.
Do they look like the insect eyes? Like the little...
Not really.
Or they're googly eyes?
They're googly eyes. So they're going to be a little bit silly, but that's okay.
I'm going to
Now,
try to make a rhino beetle.
that's a great one. Yes, you know, you can have your insect similar to another insect that we've heard about.
Rainbow it?
What did we talk about? Raise your hand. Don't yell out. Em, I love how you are raising your hand. So what can we do for you?
Will we let the Play-Doh dry and then take our project home?
Good question. We are going to let our Play-Doh dry overnight. And then tomorrow, and maybe Monday, since we don't have school on Friday, we are going to meet in little groups to talk about our insects and the characteristics that it has, and maybe how does it protect itself. Yes, Maddie? Okay.
One, I won't be able to hear to talk to you about it, and like I want to, like, can you make it kind of look like a person, but it can still have 6 legs?
Maybe. I think
Can
that's
you
okay.
use more Play-Doh? Like, can you use like the Play-Doh that you have for your...
No, there's plenty of Play-Doh in the buckets for everybody to use, and it's all brand new and fresh, so it'll be easy to use. Good question. And don't worry about not being here, because we're not all going to get to go tomorrow, so you'll be back Monday, Tuesday, and you can talk about your insect then.
Okay.
Connor?
Can we have like insects have like weird eyes or something?
Sure.
They
Like
have
how many-
eyes?
Yep.
Can they have like all of them?
Well, we did talk about how insects have 2 eyes, but they're compound eyes. Remember we talked about that? They have, remember it looks like they're looking through a kaleidoscope and they can see all kinds of different things. So, since all we have is googly eyes, I think that it's probably okay if you put more than 2. Hunter,
How are you going to put the exoskeleton on?
that's up to you. So you get to be creative and try and figure this out on your own.
Oh, Miss Monroe.
Oh, hold on. I've got somebody raising their hand quietly. Jordan?
Are you going to make like one out of one kind of Play-Doh? Like one tiny, if we want to make like tiny ones and like make like more of them, like lots of them?
No, everybody's just going to make 1 so that we have enough Play-Doh for everybody. However, each group is getting about 4 or 5 different colors of Play-Doh, so you can mix and match and smush. This isn't a time when we have to keep our Play-Doh all one color, so that's a good question. Erin?
Is it going to be white Play-Doh? Because if there's white Play-Doh, I would take it like and roll it up, and then I would put it on the skeleton outside.
That's a good idea. Unfortunately, there's no white. Not in this pack. Yes, Micah?
So Mrs. Monroe, what if we want to use the Play-Doh containers for it?
You might be able to do that too. I didn't even think about that.
You
That's
could turn
thinking
it-
outside the
You
box.
could turn like the little yellow part over and the bug could stand on it.
Maybe. I'm gonna have a big plate for everybody to put your thing on, your bug, your bug, wrong word, insect on with your name on it. So, that'll be good. Ian,
I got an idea that we can make the exoskeleton. We can grab the top from the Play-Doh top and like make little lines with it, and then it would look like the exoskeleton. And if you wanted, you could do it on the head too. But I wouldn't suggest that because then it dies.
right, you guys are very creative. See, that's why I didn't wanna give too many rules about what you can do because you are all so creative and I know that you can come up with really cool things to do to your insects. Jasmine?
Is it okay if you put like something like 8 eyes?
Yes. Yeah. I'm not sure how many eyes I gave to each group. I just kind of put a handful in, but as long as everybody's sharing and getting what they need. Yes. Hunter?
After we're done sharing, are we gonna be able to take them home?
Yes.
Yay!
Yeah. That will be sometime next week.
Like how is everybody gonna take it home?
You'll have to take it home very carefully. I haven't quite figured that part out yet. Micah?
Mrs. Monroe,
Mhm.
what if we want to add one eye? Or zero?
Well, insects usually have two, so you might want to do two.
I might do one. It's gonna be a new insect.
Oh, a new kind of insect.
Mine's
Okay.
like a person. Mine's
Remember to be respectful of all your classmates. I have kids with their hands up. Yes, Maddie?
I'm gonna.
That's okay. Chloe?
And next week is gonna be April.
It is going to be April. I'm so excited. It'll be almost spring here finally.
It would be almost my sister's birthday. And mine.
It is
April 25th.
All right, getting a little off topic. So, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to have you carefully walk back to your seats and I will pass out the materials.
Okay, how do you do a rhino beetle?